rundown of what I think is one of the best cars you can get in the UK for about 2 to 3 grand. It's the Civic from 2001 to 2005 Type R. So this is a 2 litre VTEC lump. It's a K20a engine, very revvy engine, very powerful. It's around 200 bhp when it came out of the factory. It has a nice 17-inch wheels and upgraded interior. So you can see here we have the Type R bucket seats and things like that. We have the very large brakes, so 300mm discs on the front, things like that. So all in all, it's a pretty good car for the money, particularly in the UK these days. But the main cut thrust of this is my daily driver. So some of you might know I've got the Civic EF project car, which I'm putting the B18 in. But this is my daily driver to work and, you know, whatever, doing long distances in. Returns about 30 to 35 mpg depending on how you're going to drive it. But what I wanted to really say is that it's got quite a lot of miles on it now, so it's about 120 something thousand miles, so it's getting a bit long in the tooth. I've done a lot of miles in the last year, and I've had it for almost exactly a year now. So I'm just going to run you through a few of the things that's going to make this car that was, you know, it's good, but now I'm going to try and make it great again. So some of the things that are gone wrong on it are the ball joints. So you won't be able to see them, but you know, if you take the wheel off and the lower ball joints are gone. So when I got the tracking done, when I put these new T2EP3 T1R tyres on, which are what's the size? Yeah, 215/45 R17. Sometimes people say you need to put 205s on, but I like to put 215s on. Gives you a bit more rim protection. It's a slightly wider tyre. So when I did that and got the tracking done, the guy at the shop said that basically the ball joints were knackered, so I replaced them. Problem being that now I've noticed that when I'm going at slow speed, my steering wheel is pretty much straight. When I'm going at high speed, I'm starting to put some input. So what I've noticed is when I put these new ball joints in, the bushes are gone. So what am I going to do about that? I have a full set of SuperPro bushes. So these are made in, well, I think they're at least designed in Australia. It's the full set with a camber increase as well, so it should give me greater turning as well at speed. So I've got a full set of these. They look like pretty well made things. This is the anti-roll bar D-bush, and it goes through as the full set. And I've also got, so I've noticed there's a knocking sound coming from the rear, so I might be able to, can almost hear that. I'm wondering what that is. Sometimes it sounds like a clunking sound, sometimes it sounds like the shock's gone, but I don't think it is the shock, because I've actually replaced those. So what I've got is these anti-roll bar drop links. So there's no point really doing all this if you're not going to do this. And these are some quite nice mailer examples. So they're kind of heavy duty type. So they're not your kind of cheap type, they're the proper nice ones. So I'm going to put those on as well. So I've got 2 for the front, 2 for the back anti-roll bars. And that's what I'm going to do. So only other things I've done on this car in the past are the discs and pads all round, just OEM examples, and I've replaced the midsection and back box. Oh, and I also changed the mats as well for the original Type R mats. That's about it. I haven't done a lot. Oh, weighted shift knob, well worth it. Seems to actually change gear in a nicer manner. It's a better shift quality. So that's what I've done. I'm going to do a few other things to this car. I'm debating whether to put coilovers on it, and I'd like to do some things to the engine, but I really need to think about it. But at the moment it's just maintenance and repair, so I'm going to put these on
and see if I can tighten it up, because one thing I've noticed is when I drive the car, it's a bit wayward at you know, when you're going fast. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and yeah, I'll keep you updated with my progress. This is the K20a Engine in the Civic Type R EP3. As you notice, it's completely stock, so I've got stock inlet manifold, stock airbox, everything's absolutely stock with it. I did replace the belt here, so this is a really easy fix. You just need to loosen a couple of bolts, snap this over, put the belt on and snap it back, so it's like a 5-minute job really. And I've done the rear engine mount that you won't be able to see down there. Other things I've done is obviously spark plugs with iridium type, oil filter, transmission fluid is a really good one. Sometimes these stick when going into gear, so it's well worth doing that. Bled through the brake fluid. That's about it. Hasn't really had much done to it. Like I said, the exhaust is just fully stock. The cat is just the original one. I've replaced the Lambda, and the exhaust is just the standard twin pipe one. So that's just you know, 100 quid for the midsection and the back box, still with the chrome tips, but just from a normal parts shop, nothing expensive. So that's about it, and I just thought I'd show you that, so we'll see where I get to with this.